Hey everybody, it's Marty the JavaScript party here. I did not bring Red in. I am not feeling well today. Totally self done. I just had way too much to drink last night. Typically drink a little bit on Friday nights. That's about the only time I'll drink. Generally, I do not feel good on Saturday because a lot of times on Saturday night I'm like, I don't want anything to drink. Um, but yeah, boy, I really just went all out apparently last night. Did not. You normally I'll wake up around like 7 a.m., 6 a.m. Even if I've been drinking, and this time I did not even like stir until like I was in a deep sleep until 11. And so it is almost 3 o'clock. I've had a really hard day moving through the day. Dakota, our husky, is home, so he got neutered yesterday. He seems to be like just he's not as energetic as he normally is, but he seems to be a happy boy. I mean, that we've had a lot of dogs over the years, and never seen one bounce back from this. Just he just seems to be very very cool. Um, so I have a bug, and the bug it takes a lot of steps to reproduce, right? So like I add three things, and then I come into here, I delete two things, and then I come back, and everything is well. Okay, so that is okay. That's right, because at the end of yesterday, I had completely broken it. Um, so yesterday, when I would come back, it would be in the right spot, but now it's not in the right spot. Um, and I was kind of going through the code, just trying to find different things that were sort of not right. And one of the things that wasn't right was when we were doing our get viz component. Now this upsert viz, basically, what was happening was there's like multiple. Since we've moved in, kind of moved forward, we have new context that can happen. And the context that is happening is that when we delete something, it used to be that we could just automatically depend on if it was everything was going to be in order, right? So if it was the third one, then it was the third one. If there was nothing there, if it went to try to get a third one, and basically now with delete, it's hard to explain. It's really really hard to explain. And I do think that that is probably one of the most challenging things um, in software development is explaining when something isn't working. But basically, what was happening yesterday, or basically the problem is as now that we've added delete, we can't count on certain things anymore because something may have been deleted. I mean, that's really the best, the clearest way to put it. So this is our visualization service, and this is where we go to create a visualization. So when you hit this button and you hit add, that create, and that's interesting. And I was wondering about that actually. Um, I was like, oh, if I add one, will it go back? So this new visualization got the old. Let's see, how do I put this? Okay, so we have visualizations, and we have um, man, I really screw up the vocabulary really bad? So we have scenes. Okay, so we have our whole geometries and all that, and this is a this represents an entire visualization, I guess. But the thing is then I also have another object, and it is a visualization object. Okay, so basically here we have our scenes and all our Three.js sort of stuff, all of our things that we use to describe how one of these looks, how something like an entire um, visualization looks. But then we have another concept, and man, I don't. Maybe the name is just wrong because um, we have this visualization concept, and a visualization has things like its left and right position and stuff like that. And right now, the bug that I'm looking at right now is that this guy should be there, and this guy definitely shouldn't be here. Maybe he should be here, maybe he should be down here, but he should definitely not be there. Um, and see, now that I added one, now things are really screwed up. Now, if we go back into the tabular view, yeah, that's weird. See, this is the very first one now, which I guess makes sense because it was added before the rest of those, but it should already have a position. And it's, oh my gosh, we got all kinds of stuff broken now. So basically now every one of them has no, like if we were to inspect this, we'll see that there's a whole bunch of vises and they're all just sitting on top of each other. Did we get a console log error, I wonder? See what happens when I add one. Man, this is just the weirdest set of bugs. I mean, look at all of these. We've got like 10 of them. But then when we look over here, we can only see 2. So now it's good and broken. And I just don't even know how to get started. And I don't know if it's just my brain's not functioning because of my bad behavior last night or what the thing is. But basically, I guess what we should do is we should step through from here, from our custom layout component. Set up DOM visualization. Update visualization layout. So the problem is in here, right? This visualization layout's true. It's telling it, hey, ignore the hash. And then so let's say console log. It's kind of good, I guess. Okay, so if I add 3, right? Everything works great when you first add things. Now if I come over here, now I come back, okay, so it's screwed up. Okay, so that's kind of good. Before it was only screwed up if you deleted something. Now it's screwed up all the time. So it's a good chance that when we fix whatever is screwed up all the time, that we'll get the whole thing fixed. So let's see here, and then back to here. So we don't seem to ever get to this. Okay, that's weird. Did I? I thought I did something in here. I guess I just went straight to this thing. Okay, I guess we need to start here. Console.log. Man, I just kind of just want to lay down. It's weird. Just go to sleep. Okay, I don't understand. Oh, look at that. Oh, do I have it filtered? Ah, so I probably was. So I had the filter on up there, so that's why things weren't working. So this is our visualization layout, and I'm going to put a debug there. Okay, so we got in here, and then back to here. And it's screwed up, right? If I remember correctly, yeah. So for some reason, that whole thing never laid out. So that's probably going to be a fairly straightforward bug. Let's see. Man, I am just full of regret for. I should not have had so much to drink last night. Stupid. Let's see. Back to here. And back to here. Normally, it's weird. Normally I don't have a whole lot of, like, when I do drink, I don't like drink that much, and it doesn't really have a huge effect on me normally. Um, but if I've been stressed out during the week, which I don't know why I was like would have been stressed out, um, but then it'll really have a lot of effect on me. But normally it doesn't. Okay, get visualizations, and then basically it just returns all the visualizations. But this is where, like, I think set up DOM. Let's see, that's not. And then back over here. Okay, so we do get in here, and we have our visualization items. Okay, so these are the actual visualizations. Okay, so we don't. So these are the actual like components. So right now we have 3 components. Okay, so in the animation services where the positions get set. That's right. And then here's where it's supposed to set the elements. Viz. So our visualization doesn't have a component. So that would be our problem. like all right, so our visualization doesn't have a component. Let's see, what happens if I go back over here again? Yeah, our visualizations don't have any components. Oof. All right, so set position. So we can look over here and we can see. So visualization layout is right there. So that's how this guy got called. And then yeah. Okay, so basically, and I'm having a hard time thinking right now. But let's see. So let's go back to our code. So when we add a visualization, let's see, let's go back over here. Let's run this. Add a visualization. Whoa. All right, I'm very confused. And we come back. And basically all of our visualizations don't have components anymore. And it was something we did yesterday in yesterday's code. Okay, so basically when we come in here and we set up our DOM visualizations, go to definition. At this point, our let's see, console. Let's look for setting. It's weird. Okay, why isn't the filter working now? There we go. I guess it's just the browser is just doing so much work. So yeah, that's definitely happening. Oh my goodness. So we come here, basically we have our viz components, but we have a different set of I kind of wish I would have named something a little different. Either the visualization, like I shouldn't have called the components vizzes. I don't know what I should have done. But the language is definitely failing me at this point. Because I can't quite like separate in my brain. Like I can't even think of what this thing is. I guess I should look at my interfaces. Let's take a step back here. So we have our two layout types, which is custom and tabular. We have our visualization. Okay, so this is our visualization. And this describes where things are going to get laid and stuff like that. But the problem is that none of them have components now. None of our ST visualizations have components. And the thing is I named my components visualizations, vizzes, which was a mistake. I should have named it something else. But these guys don't have components. And I guess that's something that should be done anytime you go into either of the two layouts. There probably should be like an assignment. Right, because they're all getting destroyed and then they have to be added. So I think that makes sense. So basically, and it's not that important on the tabular, but it probably will be though. But it still needs to be done. And the thing is it can't be done until after the components exist. So I guess it makes sense to do this in the actual component. The actual visualization component should assign itself once it's been created. I think that makes sense. It's weird. It's really weird, but it seems like this is the point. Okay, so this is saying, hey, once this element exists, then go to there and render. What does this thing do, I wonder? I can't even remember. Go to definition. Oh, okay, this is what actually gets the ThreeJS stuff all set up. All right, so that makes sense. But the thing is yeah, so at that point, once this is done, we should probably then also see if this, well, okay, assign this to the visualization. Set as initialized, is initialized. Looks like I spelled assign wrong. Okay, so we'll assign this to visualization. So it's weird because it is assigned, right? like as part of the creation process, which maybe isn't the right place to do that. Now that we are deep in here, it seems like assign it to the visualization. I mean, like it's assigned to the right place, but then I leave and then I come back. It's not in, and yeah, so this is weird because this was probably the right place to do this, right? Like now with as we've scaled up, it's become very clear that when that visualization gets created, that's when it should get assigned to the correct um, thing. But the thing is it's already being assigned to the correct thing when you add it. So that means that I may, I might have a mess. I might have like code that needs to be refactored out of assigning, out of the creation behavior, and that really belongs over here, is my guess. It's kind of wild because it's like it is acting very strange. Okay, so I have 5. I could see 5 here. Let's see, do we have 5? See, we have 6 and 6. So component visualization service. So the component visualization service, I believe, is a service that we added here in the component itself. And then we have our visualization service. And see, here's where we're removing it for the ID, but we probably should set it for the ID. So let's go look at this. Go to definition. So if it isn't initialized, then man, I cannot remember. Set as initialized. So this is where we set the initialized for the component itself. And this is the new code that we added yesterday, this existing visualization code. Okay, so yeah, so if it's an existing, okay, so, and I think that must be what we're, it doesn't look like we want to leave it alone. It looks like we actually want to do. Is it just being really slow? Maybe it's case sensitive, I don't know. Okay, so we actually have the existing visualization. Maybe we need to assign it to the component. Like, take my existing. It's weird though. We're not even getting here though. Okay. Back over here. Oh, so we do get in here. Okay, so we have our existing visualization, but it doesn't have any component. So that actually looks like we want to add. Yeah, we basically want to do this for the existing and set it as existing, and then it's no longer had empty, but it's had empty or previously existing. Okay. But I don't know, maybe had empty is the right thing. But it looks like what we want to do is this. Dot viz component. And then we want to also, I guess, set it as initialized. So I think upsert still makes sense as the name because it does update or inserts, but okay, so let's see. Now, if this works, it'll be kind of weird because, you know, like I would definitely say I don't have a deep understanding of it, exactly what's going on here, but that is sort of the nature of as you start to develop bigger and bigger things, um, your understanding of things starts to go away. Like you can't understand everything. Um, I don't know what happens now. So I think that's the wrong. I think it reset this to 0. So we're kind of. I think we might be. Where we were yesterday. See, so now I think I might have. Is it getting faster and faster every time I change? Like, is that? I wonder if the animation is getting added. So, anyways, so 1, 2, and 3. And then you come over here and you delete. Oh, come over here and you delete 1 and 2. Then you come back over here and it's in the right place. We're good. But then you add one. And it's going to be the 4th one. Oh, well, it's going to be the 4th one. And it sort of, yeah, reset it. So, anyways, I think we're definitely a step closer. This bug is a real pain in the butt. But and honestly, like it's the it like yesterday, anyways, when we started yesterday, we were pretty deep in before we had to do a lot of steps just to reproduce the bug. So, like, it would be very tempting, like, if you were in a production, like, if you were working, to sort of just ship it, just like go, okay, this is working. We'll see if QA finds it, or not even QA it to that level, like just, okay, it does what it's supposed to do. I'm not going to look anymore. I'm just going to send it up. That's such a mistake. And you know, I don't know. It's like, as far as like having successful software, it's such a huge mistake. It's probably not a great. It's not a huge. I guess for like becoming valuable in an organization or something, maybe not. It's not a mistake, but man, I don't know. I just don't like to live that way. Anyways, so yeah, the next step is definitely to try. I feel like this is better, you know, if the existing visualization, if there's an existing visualization, we might as well assign a component, and it's not a big deal if it was already assigned and we know it's the right one. Now, why it's getting reset, I don't know. We'll have to do some more digging tomorrow. Probably get rid of all the console logs though. I'll just do that now. These console logs are just getting out of hand. And it's definitely not leaving it alone. There's one that's just going crazy, right? Like, it's happening like on every animation frame. So we definitely want to get rid of that one. Let's clear this. Animation service line 128. This guy right here. Let's go ahead and get rid of those two. And we'll just have a fresh start today. I don't think I'm going to do I just don't feel very well. I don't think I'm going to do my voice API video today. But anyways, everybody, have a wonderful day. Happy coding. Bye.